what you were looking at in 2014 was the result of letting homos and Central African terrorists fight over somebody for decades. I got raped in surgery when I was 7 years old. Okay, that's the first time I was crippled as a child. And even if there was something wrong with me before that, letting the third world rape a little boy for your campaign fund should be a matter of mortal consequence. We didn't vote for that. Secret Service can't afford your protection. Nobody's coming to your funeral. You know, they made tween marketing an economic, a political economic phenomenon, and then eventually they're like, vote with your dollars. So now you're talking about your kids voting, and then vote with your vagina. And the Japs are keeping track of all this stuff. Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th because the United Nations can't tell the difference between a boy and a girl. Before expecting the Jews to stick their necks out, is it kosher? Does it work in God's plan? Don't expect a consensus if it doesn't. Solomon was wisest to the Jews. Solomon was a judge. So due process is allowed. The Talmud says on the second page it can't be enforced as law. Religious freedom is allowed. Not just going to use them as human shields while you terrorize every religion on the planet for the false prophet. Flat Earth was disproven by Socrates 1,000 years before the Quran was written. But when Alexander made his march, in the farthest reaches of the most unwanted deserts, he missed the spot. So, for the record, a terroristic threat when I was a kid was when a family member is threatening to kill another one. Don't act like the Japanese you're going by the Japanese definition and it's my fault. I love the Buddhists, okay? Chinese, Japanese, Tibetan, religion is a search for universal and eternal truth. Look at Socrates. Before him, we didn't have religions, it was just cults. But the United Nations protects Islam, and Islam respects no church and state. Islam is a cult. If I walked into your casino and said, my only collateral is these little blonde kids, and pointed at your goddamn kids, would you let me gamble? It's a great idea. Pass the buck to me. You got to be clinically retarded. Homosexuals do not have inheritance by God. They can't make a baby. So letting them follow other people's little boys around is going to be trouble. Islam's just using them to take these people's money anyway. We may as well just rape them in surgery while we're at it. And you can't speak for all of them. I don't care how gay you are. Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th because it was decided that one of their king's paper doll child brides, somebody they raped in surgery, turned out to be a heterosexual man, making them the gays. The gig was up. If you're still parroting some other narrative like you expect me to believe it, what the hell is your problem, you Martian shill? I know.